こんばんは、ピーター・バラカンです。
吉川美代子です。まずはアフリカの地図からご覧いただきましょう。ここがアフリカの中央部を拡大したものなんですけれども、ここにコンゴ民主共和国という国があります。かつての国名はザイールでした。この国では民族対立に加え、金やダイヤなどの鉱物資源をめぐって政府軍と反政府軍が衝突し、内戦状態が続いています。この10年間で400万人以上が命を落としたと言われています。
紛争の悪化に伴って村が武装集団に襲われるケースが各地で増えています。特に女性は武装勢力にとって格好の標的となりますが、集団レイプ事件が後を絶ちません。これからご覧いただくリポートの中にはかなりショッキングなところがあるんですが、あらかじめご了承ください。
So 6 women were attacked on Friday.Dr. Dennis Mukwege is the director of the Panzi Hospital in eastern Congo. In this war against women, his hospital is the front line.
So one of them are here.
One of the latest victims is Sifa Mikatambala. She was raped 2 days ago by soldiers who raided her village.
They just cut her at many places.
With a machete?
Yeah.
Sifa was pregnant, but that didn't stop her rapists. They even cut her at her genitals.
Yeah.In
the last 10 years in Congo, hundreds of thousands of women have been raped, most of them gang raped. The hospital is full of them. All these women have been raped?
Yeah.
They've all been patients of yours? Within a week, Dr. Mukwege says this room will be filled with new faces, new victims.
彼女たちは辛い痛みを抱えています。体の痛みだけではありません。心に深い傷を負い、その痛みに耐えかねているのです。中には自ら命を絶ってしまう女性も。成人の女性ばかりが犠牲に？いいえ、幼い子供もいます。中には3歳児もいるのです。3歳。最年長は75歳。
To understand what's happening here, you have to go back more than a decade. When the genocide that claimed nearly 1 million lives in neighboring Rwanda spilled over into Congo. Since then, the Congolese army, foreign-backed rebels, and homegrown militias have been fighting each other over power and this land, which has some of the world's biggest deposits of gold, copper, diamonds, and tin.The United Nations was called in, and today their mission is the largest peacekeeping operation in history. Since 2005, some 17,000 UN troops and personnel have cobbled together a fragile peace. Last year, they oversaw the first democratic election in this country in 40 years. But now all that they've accomplished is at risk. Fighting has broken out once again here in eastern Congo, and the region threatens to slip into all-out war.Each new battle is followed by pillaging and rape. Entire communities are terrorized. Forced to flee their homes, people take whatever they can and walk for miles in the desperate hope of finding food and shelter. Over the last year, more than 500,000 people have been uprooted. A fraction of them make it to these cramped camps where they depend on UN aid to survive.This camp sprang up just 2 months ago. It's already overcrowded, but more people keep arriving. They come here seeking refuge, a safe haven, but the truth is, in Congo, for women, there's no such thing. Even in these supposedly protected camps, women are raped every single day. Has rape almost become the norm here?
I think because of the widespread nature of the war, because there has been so much violence, rape is now on a daily basis, rape is the norm.Annika van Woudenberg is the senior Congo researcher at Human Rights Watch.
Women get raped in wars all the time. How is it different here?
I think what's different in Congo is the scale and the systematic nature of it. Indeed, as well, the brutality. This is not rape because soldiers have got bored and have nothing to do.It is a way to ensure that communities accept the power and authority of that particular armed group. This is about showing terror. This is about using it as a weapon of war.
It's hard to imagine this war happening in the midst of such breathtaking beauty and abundance. But after decades of dictatorship and corruption, this country is broken. Most of the fighting and the raping takes place in remote areas difficult to get to. We're heading to a place called Walungu. It's an isolated village in the mountains of eastern Congo. For years, there have been armed groups fighting in this region. Thousands of men who emerge from the forest to terrorize villages and steal women. Congo's government seems unable or unwilling to stop them. In the last week alone, there have been 3 attacks in which women have been raped. The youngest victim was just 6 years old. In some villages, as many as 90% of the women have been raped. Men in the villages are usually unarmed and incapable of fighting back. In Walungu, we found 24-year-old Lucien Maroigi. She was at home one night with her 2 children and her younger brother when 6 soldiers broke in. They tied her up and began to rape her one by one.
I was lying on the ground, and they gave a flashlight to my younger brother so that he could see them raping me.
They were telling your brother to hold the flashlight?
Yes. They raped me like they were animals, one after another. When the first one finished, they washed me out with water, told me to stand up so the next man could rape me.
She was convinced they'd kill her, just as soldiers had murdered her parents the year before. Instead, they turned to her brother.
They wanted him to rape me, but he refused and told them I cannot do such a thing. I cannot rape my sister. So they took out their knives and stabbed him to death in front of me.
Lucien was then dragged through the forest to the soldiers' camp. She was forced to become their slave and was raped every day for 8 months. All the while, she had no idea where her children were.
Did you know if they were alive or dead?
I was thinking that they had been killed. I didn't think I would find them alive.
Finally, Lucien escaped. Back in her village, she found her 2 little girls were alive. She also learned that she was pregnant. She was carrying the child of one of her rapists. Lucien's husband abandoned her, and that happens to rape survivors all over Congo.
I used to think that when men fled, they were irresponsible. But now I understand things differently. They haven't fled because their wives have been raped, but because they feel they've been raped. They have been traumatized because they couldn't fight back, humiliated, because they weren't able to do anything to protect their wives and children.
When a woman is raped, it's not just her that's raped, it's the entire community that's destroyed.
What is the program? Judith Registry is with an organization called Women for Women. They run support groups for survivors of rape.
When they take a woman to rape her, they'll line up the family, they'll line up other members of the communities to actually witness that.
They make them watch.
They make them watch. And so what that means for that particular woman when it's all over is that total shame personally to have been witnessed by so many people as she's being violated.